What's up, everybody? I'm Joan.
And I'm Reilly.
And you're listening to Anyways.
Our last spooky episode of the month.
Of the month.
Have my little wand.
And you're watching Disney Channel. You can do wow. You know they don't do that anymore. It's just like two little boom boom, and then it becomes the Disney or whatever.
It's still a wand ID. That's closer than I will ever be to getting my wand ID. Man.
Anyways,
we decided to change the setup.
Just a little bit.
Get some, some mood lighting.
Some spooky
We've got
lighting.
our skull up there,
Scary
our witch's
array.
hat, our mascot, Dr. Mallard, of course, and a little array of stuff going on here.
So got the earrings are back.
Yes, the jack-o'-lantern earrings, stripy socks.
I have a cape now, as you can see, and
Love it.
got my Oogie Boogie Vans.
Those are great.
For spooky season. Actually, for all 3 seasons, really.
Yeah. All 3 seasons.
All 3 seasons.
More like all 2.
Spooky season, Thanksgiving season, and Christmas season.
Yeah. You know what? You're right.
I
was thinking like seasons like temperature, because we don't really get seasons. We get like hot and cold.
You're right.
So I was like, yeah.
Wear some thick socks with.
Yeah, exactly. It's a year-round thing.
Year-round thing.
So what do we have for today, Joan?
So today, for our last Inktober spooky season, we're doing creatures on the little thing that I looked up. So, draw a spooky creature for the end of spooky season.
Creature. Alright.
Spooky creature. So while we doodle that, we're going to talk about our first topic today, which is our first spooky topic. Halloween costumes. What are you going to be for Halloween, Reilly?
So, for Halloween, we decided this a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Like July.
Yeah.
A while ago.
A while ago. So there's gonna be a screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show at a theater near us. And it's a like costume party situation, like interactive screening. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm just dressing up as my interpretation of one of the like Transylvanians specifically in the time warp.
Specifically in the time warp.
In the time warp dance scene. So yes, that's my take. Pics to come later.
Pictures later.
Exactly.
Actually, we're not allowed to take pictures while we're there. I'm kind of scared.
I know,
I don't know what that
but
means.
I'm like beforehand. You know how last year we did our pictures beforehand before we left?
Yeah.
We got all the good ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be cute. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
How about you? So you've got one of your pieces on.
Got one of my pieces on. So for that event, I'm not quite sure, honestly. Thinking wearing this and some leggings and just being what's his name? Dr. Frankenfurter before he like takes off his cape when he like comes down the elevator. So this
for the big reveal when Brad and Janet get there.
Yes, for when Brad and Janet get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I can just wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt underneath it, so I'm nice and warm and toasty. I'll do his makeup.
I like that idea.
I like that idea as well. Thinking this is where we're at, kids. But then for the Halloween party I'm just going to be a witch.
Cute.
Because I'm creative.
I like it.
Thank you.
You got a great hat.
I do.
I like how it's like green but also purple.
I do
in the
too.
light.
Yes.
That looks really nice.
It makes it fun and festive.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I too bought a cape for for weather purposes, but also I really am planning on wearing it multiple times, like outside of just the costume. Because it's a cape. Like, it's cool. And it's velvet, too.
Ooh.
The one that I ordered.
You got a nice cape coming.
I know. So I'm like, I'm wearing this.
I'm going to have to steam mine. I just pulled mine out of the packaging and was like, Reilly, what if I wore this for the episode? It's all wrinkly.
That's fine. I like how it's
all bundled up.
Its surface area.
Yes.
Takes up a lot of space. This is very... I like it.
But it's not very multi-purpose.
Well... it could be a blanket if you wanted to. If you really wanted to.
I think this is rain resistant, not gonna lie.
Mostly.
It feels like a raincoat.
Use it as a shower curtain. There you go. Tablecloth?
Tablecloth. A concept.
Exactly.
Lots of concepts here. Ugh. All right.
I know. Edna Mode would not be proud. You know, I feel like for fashion purposes, capes work. But when you're being a superhero and you have to save lives, a cape does hinder you.
Yeah.
So no capes still. But capes, like, if I'm just a civilian, I'm the one that needs saving. So it's okay if I wear a cape and put myself in that position where, a cape might hinder me because the superhero is there to save me and they're not going to have on the cape. Boom.
I don't know what kind of thinking that was, but I'm not sure if it was big brain thinking. No.
It was some thinking.
It was something.
Maybe it was, not empty stomach thinking. I definitely had some Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Speaking of which, I forgot how much it slapped because I just recently bought some cans and I was like, my Campbell's in a hot minute. And it really hits different, especially in this chilly weather. Yes. Also,
I just like how excited you are about soup. That's all.
I just like food. Speaking of which, Joan, yesterday we were at Scare on the Square.
Yes, we did go to Scare on the Square.
Yeah. Because Scare on the Square is what would you describe it as?
It's like a little harvest festival.
Yeah.
Kind of thing that churches put on and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like that, but it was put on by the city of Huntsville, so it's like a
Yeah.
safe trick-or-treating kind of thing.
For sure.
So there's games and funnel cakes and turkey legs.
Yeah,
and,
different booths from different people.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have the Quidditch booth.
We did. We let the kids play Quidditch, sort of. They just had to throw the ball through the hoop, and then we gave them candy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the XDE booth.
Yeah, and it was a similar thing. We had 3 balls and then a basket. They had to try and toss it in, and then we gave them candy for that too. It was a fun time. We got to see a bunch of different people, so many cute little kiddos in their little costumes,
Lots
and
of
families with
and
dogs.
Elsas.
Yeah, the little puppies all around too.
I wonder what the most popular. Oh, my phone's not down here. Is your phone down here?
Is it? I can get it.
I wonder what the most popular Halloween costume of 2019 is for kids at the moment.
That's a good one. I wonder.
Because, we saw a lot of Annas and Elsas yesterday.
I saw, what's called, the Descendants characters.
Yeah, lots of them made appearances. There was the little vampire girl from Disney Junior. Have you ever seen her?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the one that's got
I just don't know her name, but I know what
Vampirina or whatever.
Oh, I saw some Paw Patrol.
Yep, lots of Paw Patrol.
Popular.
There's a couple cute Pikachus.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So Pikachus. There's one
Should
Ash.
I look up specifically for kids or just costumes 2019?
I don't know. Maybe just for kids.
Okay, most popular.
We'll start small.
Yeah. Halloween costumes.
For kids.
For kids. 2019.
2019.
Let's see. I see Spider-Man.
Oh, there's lots of Jasmines too. And Spider-Man.
Jasmine is coming up. Jasmine, yeah, because that makes sense. Aladdin, Spider-Man, that makes sense. Batman, Witch, Ghost, Vampire, Anna, Elsa, Pirate. What else is in here? Pirate. Oh, that was the last one. Yeah, that was number 10. This was the top 10 list.
Okay, so what was number 1?
Number 1 was Princess, but specifically Jasmine.
Interesting.
For this one.
That makes sense.
The caption on this one, I'm on USA Today, and it says, Princess, women have come a long way from damsel in distress to independent women, but girls still flock to twirl and ball gowns. Boys are joining in too. And this picture is a little boy in a Jasmine costume.
There you go.
Yeah. Progressivism, buddy.
There's also a lot of Captain Marvels.
Oh, yeah.
There was one Shazam.
Yeah.
I was like, mad respect. I should have been Shazam for Halloween.
That's true.
Thinking about it.
I saw a little
be
boy,
Shazam
he was in a wheelchair. He was Pennywise.
Yes, I know. He came to my booth, and I was like, oh my gosh, Pennywise, you're my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother was like, he's the it clown. I said, I know, it's Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
He's my favorite.
Exactly.
But yes, I did see that. I think I need a Shazam costume, not gonna lie.
It's not a bad idea.
I'd be a cute Shazam.
Mm-hmm. Shazam.
Shazam!
I love it.
Go from Billy Batson to Shazam. Oh, that was a cool superhero costume. That's just because after seeing 12 Superman and 1,000 Spider-Mans, the kid walked up and I was like, oh my gosh, are you Shazam? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay, throw the ball through the hoop.
Here's some candy.
Here's the broom. But
What
yeah,
else? I'm trying to think. Were there any other good ones? There was like a whole family dressed up. I don't think they're anything specific, but their costumes kind of look like Renaissance-y, kind of. Like they were just all the same theme, but
See
their
the
costumes
dad
are
in a
really
kilt?
great. No, I didn't.
There's a dad in a kilt. I was
Ooh.
like, oh, mad respect.
That is cool. There's one girl that had like Doodle Bob, SpongeBob Doodle Bob on her.
Oh yeah.
That I saw that one. That was really good.
There's a Todoroki from My Hero Academia.
Really?
Yeah. Because she brought her sister to the booth, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it's Todoroki!" And she was like, "Thank you for understanding." And I was like, "You're welcome."
Mm-hmm.
Throw this ball through the hoop.
There was one guy. He was so tall. He was Jack Frost. Like.
Yeah, I know that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a kid. That's a college kid.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't think he was a kid,
footage.
but I just was like, he's just really tall. He's really tall.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool.
Because we saw him too. We were like, is that? No, that guy.
Is that? No name dropping here.
No name dropping.
But yeah, Joan made some things, and we got what's it called, Rice Krispie treats covered in
White
spookiness.
Chocolate. Oh yes, spookiness.
I love it. This is the cutest thing. I'm here for it. This looks like something from the Addams Family.
I'm so glad you like it.
This is my stamp of approval. Okay, let me draw something.
Yeah, I haven't drawn spooky. I started drawing a spooky creature, and I was like, let me stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little Demogorgon there.
Yes.
See a little Demogorgon?
I saw he took off his head, but I saw his arms, like how his long fingers and stuff, and he was like gray. I was like, I think that's a Demogorgon, but I can't tell because he came to our booth to like throw the balls in a basket to try and get some candy. And I was gonna ask him, but then he left because it's a quick little game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Love that.
See,
not a couple years ago, maybe a couple years ago, but like the Five Nights at Freddy's characters.
Oh, there's one of those little fox guy.
Yeah,
but I only saw one.
I think it's really interesting how like little kids have been interested in like Five Nights at Freddy's because that game was like spooky.
It is spooky. I've never played it. It was too scary looking.
I remember downloading it on my phone. It was like Poppin', which was probably back in like 2015, 2016. And I got to like night 4 in the first game. And I didn't go any further. But I like figured it out too. I like was dedicated to that game. And then, I got bored of it. But hey. But I did enjoy watching them on YouTube, like people
attempting to beat them or whatever.
Mhm. For sure.
I never understood watching people play. I mean, like, I'm fine with watching some of my friends play video games, like seeing them play through them. But I never understood watching like other people just play video games.
I don't know.
Wouldn't you rather play the video game?
I don't know, cause I didn't have to figure it out.
Yeah, I like watching. Like my friends used to play Resident Evil. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Resident Evil.
Familiar.
I think that's right. It's a zombie one.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was kind of scary to watch, but it was cool. Yeah.
I dig that. I dig that. This is a nice little semicircle. That's supposed to be the face. I don't know what the rest of the body's gonna look like. So my spooky creature is gonna be a bat because I feel like that makes sense.
I don't know how to draw a spooky creature, so mine's gonna be something with tentacles coming out of this box. A concept.
I like that. You could have done the sand snake from Beetlejuice. Flips page over.
This is why we have a notepad. I gotta do it from memory. Okay.
You pull it up?
Maybe.
Okay.
I haven't heard anybody talk about Beetlejuice a lot this year.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, I don't even think it came out. Did it? It's not on Hulu at the moment, which means they haven't played it on TV yet.
I think it might have been on,
Is it on Xfinity?
I think it played on Freeform, like the Nights of Halloween thingy. Right. Let me see. Because I have a screenshot. 31 Nights of Halloween. Beetlejuice is not on here. Wow.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to it. You'd think they'd play it because the musical came out and everything.
That's interesting. I love how Beetlejuice isn't on here, but Iron Man is.
It's a very scary movie. Never sure if he's gonna live or die, you never know.
But on the actual day of Halloween, it's just going to be a Hocus Pocus marathon all day.
Still haven't seen it. Sad.
You have ample time.
Yeah, we got 24 hours apparently.
Oh, it plays tonight, actually. Tonight?
Beetlejuice?
No, Hocus Pocus.
Oh.
Tonight, the 30th, and then all day on the 31st. Oh, what else was I going to say? Oh, the other day I had a Scooby-Doo marathon.
Yes.
That was a fun time.
Yes, you did.
I love those movies. I didn't realize how much I like them, but I love them.
They're good movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're good movies. They have them all on Hulu right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the cartoon Scooby-Doo ones too.
That's awesome.
You.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. You're on Hulu.
For Huluween.
Like it.
I also think it's cute how like the little TV things have their different kinds of Halloween names or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like they transform for 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we anyways a ween?
Anyways a ween. Please don't make that the name of this episode. Anyways a ween. I honestly don't remember. I know they have a lot of eyes.
So cute. Wow. Aw, I like this bat. What shall I name it? Honestly, I just made an ear. That's all the progress that I made, but I like how this ear turned out. I'm very happy.
When you draw the one eye and you're like, yeah.
The one eye. The one left of my Rice Krispie.
You're welcome. There were 3 on there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We had lots of eyes. When we did the last batch of them, there's still like a whole container of eyes, and we were like, this one has 8 eyes. We're using all of the eyes.
Smart.
No eyes will be left behind, kids.
I don't think so. Ha ha ha. Got it.
Swoop.
Oh, I messed up the head shape because I tried to make it more symmetrical. I did the opposite. Boo, this is so difficult.
Who said I should make the sand snake? Because this is hard.
No, not me. Not I.
It was you.
You know.
I also learned yesterday that some kids are kind of rude. And I don't like them very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get any kids ever rude at your booth for Scare on the Square?
We got all the shy kids. The ones that were like, their parents had to like push them over there, or like they had to do it themselves, or like when they were shy, we'd just be like, "Do you just want to pick some candy?" And then we would just let them pick the candy instead of like having to play the whole game. And then after that, they would like smile and perk up. But yeah, we got like the shy kiddos, which I get it. I understand.
We had a couple where I was like, alright now. Pipe down, kid. I think it's because you got to throw a volleyball through a hoop that they were all like real psyched for it.
And they got to throw it at somebody.
They were catching them, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We had this one girl who was actually like dressed like a Hogwarts person, and I only say Hogwarts person because she didn't have anything that told us what house she was. So we're like, "Oh, you know how to play Quidditch and stuff like that." She goes, "Yeah, I've read all the books and seen the movies." And we're like, "Okay, cool." So she's like, "Let me guess. I have to get on this like it's a broom, and I have to throw this through the hoop." And I was like, "Yep, that's all you gotta do, and then you get candy." And so she like put down her wand. I said, "Oh, careful, you're gonna step on your wand." She's like, "I know what I'm doing." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh.
Alright, you get 1 Tootsie Roll. Goodbye.
Was she an older kid or like a younger kid?
She was like maybe like 5th or 6th grade.
Okay, yeah.
And so like she missed the first time, and I was like, "Oh, we'll try again." And she goes, "I don't like that ball." And I was like, "Well, try again." And so then she made it the second time, and I was like, "Good job." And she like took the ball from me, and I was like,
"Okay,
you already made it. You're only getting 1 Tootsie Roll." And she's like, "I'm gonna put a curse on this ball." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, here's your Tootsie Roll. Bye." Goodbye.
You lean over to the parents. So, no more Harry Potter for her. Oh, jeez.
White chocolate.
It's like grumbling. Hold on, here. Maybe I need to wear a bib.
Maybe. Just put it on. Oh, I thought you were rolling away.
You know what? I can.
No, come back.
I'll eat it over here on the tile so that it'll be easier to sweep up. I got a couple more bites left.
My sand snake isn't turning out very good. It's not a couple bites. Put that thing in your mouth and come on over here.
Oh. You know what? I'll just make it fall on me. Here we go. Back to the bats.
Oh my. You haven't done the other ear.
I know, because I've been working on getting his head symmetrical because I messed it up.
Well, I have a sand snake.
Yeah.
Look at this. It asked why is it alive? It's because of you.
Oh, hey.
Look at it.
That looks like a sand snake. I see it.
Ah! Yeah.
Yeah.
I give up. I'm done. When can it be Thanksgiving? I'm done with Inktober. I'm just gonna go into my little cape until it's over.
A spooky creature.
My,
Draw turkey.
my spooky creature is a Christmas tree.
I like it.
Just like in Walmart.
Mhm.
Yours less pointy. Nothing. Nothing.
Say it to my face.
Alright, next on the agenda of things to talk about. Oof.
Thanksgiving. No.
Thanksgiving.
No, but actually,
ready.
We got some, we are prepared for, once we hit November 1st, we got our Sprite cranberries already ready.
Yes, we do. Sprite cranberries hit the stores.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. They make mini cans of it now.
They hit different.
Gorgeous. We love it. They hit different.
You know, next grocery run, I can just put that on the list. Some Sprite cranberries.
Want a Sprite cranberry?
Ooh, that eye is terrifying. Okay. I should have used yours as a guideline. Hold on. Let's do a practice eye on this side. No.
When did I draw an eye?
I was talking about your eye on your Rice Krispie.
Oh.
Oh, that's scary. Should we do like the Yes.
I'm gonna put my legs asleep, but I enjoy watching you attempt to draw an eye.
Yeah. We're gonna do the like anime looking ones. Oh, that looks horrible. You know, let's do the smile first.
Aww.
With the fangs.
How cute.
That's cute. 1, 2, cheeks, cheeks. Bam. Okay, now we got the eyes. Should we have the eyes open? Then we're gonna do it, because I already said I was going to.
Come on, you got this.
Yes, I do.
I drew, what's it called? I went to breakfast this morning and I drew like the classic anime eye on my to-go box.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was like, remember in middle school when all your characters had these eyes?
Mm-hmm. Does that make him look cross-eyed? I think so.
I think he's cross-eyed.
That's okay. I think it looks cute. It's a little
He's a special bat.
Yeah, a little goofy bat.
He's cute. He likes to have fun times.
Alright, we need a body and then we need wings.
Oh. You got this.
It's gonna look like those Russian dolls. How they have like
Russian nesting doll.
Yeah. That's cute.
My leg fell asleep a while back, so I had to stretch it out.
Oh.
Whoop! We're back, kids. Alright.
Oh, I was thinking about this a while ago. Because, you know, one of our favorite things we like to do to bond just as a collective, we like to have movie nights. And I think that's really fun. I was thinking about just what are some really bad movies that you've seen? Specifically, like
The Package. And then there's one called Girls Night Out. Is that the other one that I was forced to watch? Marissa picked that one?
I don't remember.
I remember it.
Oh.
There's the one with like the bachelorette party or whatever. Rebel Wilson was in it.
Oh, wait. Did we watch that collectively?
Yes.
Dang.
Maybe you weren't there.
I
remember sitting through it. Marissa was like, I thought this movie was funnier when I watched it by myself. And I was like, that's okay, girl.
Yikes.
You and Savannah just aren't allowed to pick movies anymore.
You know, okay, yes, I remember that, but I don't remember the film. But I was gonna ask, do you know of any bad movies specifically that are like on brand? Like spooky theme.
Oh, spooky bad movies?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like bad horror movies.
Oh, I watched Scary Movie 2 for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
It was really gross. I don't know. So I didn't like the Scary Movie. Maybe if I watched 1, I'd like it more. Because I know after 1, they kind of just get really silly.
Mm-hmm.
So, Who knows? Maybe I like 1 a lot. 2 was funny. It's like gross to a point. I liked Zombieland. Zombieland's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Zombieland 2. I know it just came out.
I was gonna say, is that what the second one? Is that what is currently out right now?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
So Zombieland came out, and then Zombieland 2 came out this year.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know, bad scary movies. I tend not to watch scary movies unless someone like really recommends it to me.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I know some cute ones depending on like what kind of movie night you want to have for October. Oh, I'm yawning. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I got so much sleep.
I love that.
We love that. Full 9 hours or whatever.
Ooh, this looks kind of yucky. But it's fine. These are cute. This is a cute bat. Look at his face. I don't know what to do with the legs. I feel like if I make them look like this, they look like bird legs. Bats are not birds.
No, they are not. What about you? Do you know any bad scary movies for movie nights?
So,
she had an answer ready. She really didn't want me to answer.
Well, because I was thinking about, because I really would love to share with you guys some of the bad films that I find, because I like to just watch them for humor and just to be like, you know, good bad films are always fun to watch, especially with a crowd. So, one of them, this is not the one that I want to mention, but the first one that I saw was with my sister and I think my friend Angeline. We watched this film called Triassic Attack, which is essentially like a low budget kind of Jurassic Park situation.
Where do you find these movies?
They're on Xfinity.
Spooky movies.
What?
But that'd be a spooky movie.
Yeah, I said it was like, this is not the one that I chose.
Oh,
but
okay.
This is the first one I saw.
Gotcha.
So we were searching for movies and we found that one. We're just like, let's watch it because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be funny. Sure enough, it was hilarious. It was so bad, and it was even better that we had a crowd. I mean, it was so great. And then one that I watched by myself. This is the one that I want to reference. Was called Attack of the Killer Donuts. So I watched this one by myself though. So it was definitely funny, but I need to watch it with like you guys for like a movie night because you are gonna like laugh so hard. Because the funniest part about it to me was, of course, there's like these killer donuts for whatever reason. But what happens in the film is they will like CG the donuts in, and then sometimes they'll be puppets. So just the overall look of it, they'll be like flying around, and especially how they have the donuts, they have them with like just pointy teeth, like the part where the hole is on the donut, it's like teeth there. And so there'll be a scene, it'll be the same scene, a donut will like fly across the room in CG, and then once it gets on the person, it's like a puppet, and it just takes away from the whole thing, and it makes it so much more funny because it's just that much like ridiculous because it's like, this is a prop just sitting on this person's chest while they're screaming and running around. Like, and I don't know if the movie was meant to be like spoof, like was it meant to be funny or was it meant to like be a serious film? I don't know. I want to say it was meant to be spoofed, but since I don't know, I just laugh. So yeah,
it's my anime eyes for you.
Nice, thank you. I know a little. Let me put some color on this one, because I normally don't color it.
I don't think I've sat through a spoof horror movie before.
Really?
Yeah, whenever I watch them, it's like someone has to say, this is a good movie, you'll like it. I sat through Hereditary like that, which was horrifying. Horrifying.
At Coleman Green.
Horrifying. Was not prepared for that. I sat through all of the Saw movies. I guess, like, some of the Saw movies could be spoof movies, in all honesty, because they just weren't good at a point. Like, 1 and 2, really good. The reboot one was pretty good. But 3 through 7...
Oof, that's too many.
Unnecessary, really.
Cash grab?
Cash grab? Yes. They just started focusing on, like, the traps. It wasn't about story at that point. Because, like, Jigsaw was all about, like, figuring out the puzzle and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, they just focused on the traps people were stuck in.
Mm-hmm. Yikes.
Oh, yawning again. But yeah. So I don't know, maybe some of those could count. They're still really gruesome though, so flying donuts doesn't sound gruesome.
No, they tried to make it though, but I feel like when they try to, it looks like just ridiculous. Like it's just
They just made it worse.
yeah. Especially since, like I said, it's like a puppet just like sitting there on someone, like biting someone's neck or like trying to like attach themselves to somebody, and it's just like they'll even CG the blood sometimes, so it looks like just like what was I gonna say, like a not a green screen, but just like a, you know how people put the fire overlay on their videos sometimes, like just like that, like a blood splatter on the screen.
Yikes!
It just looks ridiculous. So that's what leads me to believe that it's like a spoof movie, like it's not supposed to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
But
I think it's supposed to be a spoof movie back when they said flying donuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what if the pitch meeting?
I remember.
What if attack of, and then the intern comes in and he's like, "Hey guys, I brought the donuts. You're hired. You got a raise right now."
Hired. Boss. Make this man the boss. Oh, yikes. I remember my friends and I, Coleman Spencer and I, found this movie called Clown.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on Netflix, and it looked like it was going to be like a scary movie, but at the same time, it's like on Netflix, and it's like in the back of Netflix. So we were like, oh, is it really going to be all that scary?
Mm-hmm.
It was horrifying.
Oh.
I was underneath the blanket. It was a clown that ate kids. It was so crazy.
Yikes.
It was really intense too, cause like
was it like a
well,
was it like a It kind of taking some inspiration from Pennywise?
Yeah, well, sort of. I don't know. It was a really good movie actually, but like the kid for his birthday party, he wanted a clown like to come to the birthday party, and the dad forgot to hire him, and the mom's like, "Oh, you always forget things," and he's like, "No worries, I'll just go to the costume store and get a clown costume, and then I'll like."
He'll step
I'll
in.
be the clown. And she was like, okay. And so he goes to this like costume shop, and the guy's like, sorry, I don't have any clown costumes. And he's like, how do you not have a clown costume?
Yeah. And
then he finds like this chest.
Oh.
With a clown costume.
Was it like in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
And so the guy was like, no, you don't want that. Yeah, it's cursed. And the guy's like, whatever. And so I don't even think he pays for it. He just takes it. And so he takes it and he puts it on. And so now he's dressed up like this old creepy clown kind of thing. But like it's still like the kid's dad, and it's just like a nose and like a wig, and he's got the suit on. And then after the party, he can't get it off.
Oh.
And so like they're trying everything to get the suit off of him, and he's like flipping out. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the costume guy and see what's wrong with this. So then costume guy's like, this thing took my brother. And so like the storyline of it wasn't all that good, but it was still horrifying.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm so hungry. And so he like starts eating all this stuff, but nothing makes him feel good. And so he like buys a hotel room, and he's decided he's just gonna sit in there, right?
Okay.
So he's like sitting in this hotel room, and he leaves to go get food, and there's this little kid there, like the hotel's or it's like a motel, like the motel's owner's like son or whatever, and he's like, trick or treat, and the guy's like, oh, and he's like, oh, are you okay, Mr. Clown? Right? And he's like trying to talk to him, and then the dad realizes like he wants to like eat the kid, so he's like, I need to lock myself back inside this room. So he locks himself inside the room, and so he's basically like trying to starve himself to death so that the clown costume will leave him or whatever. And so like the kid keeps coming back, and he's like, Mr. Clown, I brought you some candy, and like, Mr. Clown, I brought you a sandwich, and all this stuff. And so then finally, oh, it's so creepy, y'all. If you're not into creepy stuff, pause the video. But and so then finally, I had to close my eyes because I was like, nope. But like, he opens the door, and the kid's like, Mr. Clown, are you okay? And then you hear, and you're like, ah! And he freaking eats the kid because the clown costume's taken over. He's not there anymore. Like, he died, and now it's just the clown costume. Like, it was horrifying. And so then he's like,
sounds like the Mask situation.
it is, because like you don't think the dad's there anymore, honestly. And so then the wife finds him and she's like, you need to come home, something's wrong with you or whatever. But he doesn't want to like eat adults, he only wants kids. So he's like, I don't remember what's going on, I'm covered in blood, blah 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 blah. And so then he like tries to take off his clown nose, and it's like, it was so gruesome, like he tries to takes it off, but it won't come off, obviously. And so, but a piece of it like falls, and the dog eats it, so then the dog gets possessed. So there's this whole scene with like the mom freaking fighting the dog in the kitchen. That's really gruesome, because like, I mean, it's like Cujo style, it's going for her. And so she's like, it was horrifying. But then she like tells her son, she's like, go upstairs and hide or whatever. And then the dad takes off because he's like, I'm gonna end up eating my son, so I gotta go. So he takes off.
Eat somebody else's son.
Well, he ends up at like Chuck E. Cheese.
Happy birthday!
It's horrifying, Reilly.
Oh, no.
I was like, nope, and I just went under like the pillow and I was like, no, as I'm sitting there on the couch, and this Coleman and Spencer are flipping out. But like all we saw was like, you know those like two things like a playground?
Yeah.
If scary things scare you, skip this part of the video. But yeah, so like the kid's like, Mom, there's a clown in here, and they're like, okay, whatever, because it's Chuck E. Cheese, so parents just let their kids do whatever. And then like a leg falls down the slide, and everyone's like, ah! And then it's just like blood everywhere. Oh my gosh, it was horrifying. So then all the kids are like running, screaming, like, oh, it's horrifying. And then like sure enough, the clown comes out, and you're just like,
that's so crazy.
it was horrifying. I hated it. It was so scary. And then of course he goes back to the house, and then the wife ends up killing him, I think. She ends up,
that's crazy. What's it called? The Clown?
The Clown, yeah.
The Clown. Boop.
Let me see. No, it's that one.
Clown. Oh, it's called
just
Clown. Clown 2014. This costume looks horrifying.
Yeah, the whole movie was pretty horrifying.
Oh, jeez.
Not gonna lie,
Let's
I
look
had
more
my
about
eyes
this
closed
movie.
for quite a bit of it.
Where can I find it? It says Amazon Prime Video, iTunes, Vudu. Eli Roth, Andy Powers. He looks scary. He doesn't have eyebrows. I don't think there's any other names in this. Who directed it?
Oh no, very scary movie. We thought it was gonna be like a spoof movie.
It was made in the UK.
It was not.
Yeah.
It was horrifying.
That's crazy.
So that was the walking into a movie night blind. You're like, how scary is this gonna be? Horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, the review says this is a surprisingly effective horror flick.
Yeah. Yeah, it is scary. It is very scary.
That's crazy. Oh, another person said the children in this film always came up to the clown like as if. But honestly, true. Like, what kids come up to clowns?
I never understood that. There's like two supernaturals about, or no, there's only one supernatural about clowns, and like the only reason why the clown comes in and like kills people is because like it has to be invited in.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's always like kids like opening doors and like, Mr. Clown, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come on in. And then like the clown kills everyone except the kid, and you're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That was like season 1 of Supernatural. My mom remembers that episode because we were both like, clowns? Big yikes.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one,
Yeah.
And then there's always the supernatural. My cape's falling. The supernatural plucky penny whistles. House of Menagerie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a lot less scary. That one was imaginary creatures.
Okay.
So it was like kids' imaginations, and so one of them was afraid of clowns, so they were clowns.
Okay. Gotcha.
But like the imaginary creatures killed people. Yeah. There are 2 different episodes. There's imaginary creatures episode, and then imaginary creatures that kill people episode.
Imaginary creatures, and then imaginary creatures.
There's one. It's really sad because this girl's going around killing imaginary creatures, but like because they're imaginary creatures, only kids see them.
Oh.
So like,
yeah.
it was so sad because there's like one of them was like it was like a guy who's dressed up like he looked like a doodle bop, honestly.
Doodle bop.
And he had like a unicorn
today.
horn and everything. And she's like, "Are you gonna be here when I come back?" And he's like, "Of course, Sally. Would I ever leave you?" And she's like,
Aw.
"Okay." And she leaves. And then he gets murdered. And you're like, ah. And like we see it happen. And so she comes home and there's like rainbow blood everywhere. And she's like, ah. So she refuses to go into her room.
Yeah.
And so her mom goes in and she doesn't see anything because adults can't see it.
Yeah.
And so Sam and Dean go in and they see it, and it's hilarious because the mom's like touching stuff and like wiping her face. So she's like covered in blood and they're like, huh.
That's traumatizing.
It's a really, so like the episode's funny, but it's also really sad. There's also like one where like the girl's got a mermaid that lives in her pool.
Yeah.
And then the mermaid dies. So she refuses to get inside the pool. And the parents are like, "Why not? It's just a pool." And Sam and Dean are like,
No, it's
no,
not.
no,
It's not.
It's pretty funny. At some points, at other points, it's really sad.
Hmm.
And then there's one where the imaginary creatures kill people. You're like, ah,
Yikes.
big yikes.
They turned their backs.
We need to put a warning on this episode. Very spooky.
That's just gonna be this one's gonna be called warning, spooky content instead of explicit content. Warning, spooky content.
Yeah, we don't want to get flagged by YouTube.
We'll be okay. Anyways,
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Shall we show your creatures?
I don't know if it'll show up in this lighting. Also,
we're gonna go with this guy.
Okay. Let me.
Honestly, my little Venus flytrap was cuter. The start of my Venus flytrap.
So, you went on a journey with yours. Okay.
The Venus flytrap.
This is one of those things from Mario. Those big old.
Yes, the piranha plants.
Yes,
the piranha plant. Ladies and gentlemen.
So mine is a bat, but I decided to add texture, but now it just looks kind of like too hairy.
Fuzzy bat.
It's a really fuzzy bat with anime-looking eyes. I think it's cute.
I think so too.
I'm very proud of the ears. Just look at that part up there.
The
but yeah,
symmetrical ears.
I'm very pleased. I think this was a great end to our spooky little series.
Thanks for
that
sticking
we've had
with us
on the channel. Thanks, guys. Have a safe and fun Halloween. If you have fun plans, comment below. Let us know. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your week and enjoy your Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
From us to you.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Anyways.
If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you know every time we post a new video.
And if you're not already, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ground4Co14. Until next time, I'm Joan.
And I'm Reilly.
Thanks for listening to Anyways!